Well, hello again. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator. So this is part of my Now What series. And this is where every week I pick something from the catalog that basically I show you how to use it. A lot of times people go, I bought this, but what do I do with it now? In any event, what I'm doing is I'm going to be doing showing you different ways to work with a certain product. But today was kind of a day that there were so many different things that were announced. And we have weekly specials that start every Thursday. And then we also have the perfect partnering, where there's certain stamp sets that are in the catalog that have dies that go with it. Now, just remember, this is limited time only and while quantities last. So it's something that you really want. If you like certain dies that go along with some of the stamp sets, and I'm going to be showing those in the next few weeks, get them while you can. Also, there's a link to my blog below. And on the blog, it'll show you all the weekly deals for today. It'll also show you the perfect partnering. So welcome back. And I'm so sorry that's what happened. But, you know, sometimes I hit the phone and things go weird. So the weekly deals, they have anywhere from 10 to 11 different things that are on there. And today I've been wanting to play with these. And these are the Kraft note cards and envelopes. And I want to show you what those look like. Now, these note cards and envelopes come in a package. And they're just like this. They come in a package like this. And you get 20 envelopes and 20 note cards. And then you also get a box that you can gift this up and everything else. Now, this happens to be on sale. It was $13.75. It's on sale for $11. So they're great things to add to your shopping cart. So there is a link to my store that shows, and you'll be able to see all of them. There's some beautiful things in there. We're also going to be playing with these brushed adhesive back dots. These were $12.25 and they're on for $11.03. So we're going to be using those today as well. And then throughout the week, we'll try to play with different things. This one's a good deal, $47 for the Summer Shadows dies. This was something that was on celebration last year. I can't find mine. I know I have some. And the Kraft 6x6 paper. There's some amazing things on here. This has that linen paper, and you can't really see it on here. And then, of course, the Papaya open weave ribbon. So these are only going to be while quantities last. Plus, also, they are only going to be available until next Wednesday. Next Wednesday at 11 o'clock if you live in BC. 12 o'clock Mountain Time is what I should do. Okay. Yeah, I know I had to come back, right? In any event, let's play with these Kraft note cards and envelopes. I love Kraft paper. I think it works so well with different things. But a lot of people went and said, well, how do you put that box together? So like I say, first of all, if you're going to be doing these note cards and envelopes, what you're going to want to do when you put them into this box is you're going to want to have them, if you're going to do all 20 of them for somebody, is you are going to want to layer them one way and then the other way. All right. And then, of course, the envelopes go with it. And then you only get one box with this, but I'm going to show you how to put this box together, because I think this was one of the things that was one of the hardest things that people had, they struggled with. So this is the base of the card. And what you want to do is you want to go and get really good score lines on here. And it doesn't really matter which way that you're actually scoring it. You could go one way and then the other way. So I think this one's going to go this way. So like I say, it's a bit of a puzzle to begin with, but amazing box. And then, of course, you have the lid that goes with it. All right. So we're going to go ahead and let's put this down, attach this down here. And I'm going to just use some seal. You'll find once this is all put together, whoops. Yeah, this will work okay. Once it's put together, you'll find that it's going to stay. So we're just going to put that down like that. And then what we want to do is we want to get these flaps. So let's get the flaps on here. You could use glue. This way, at least you can kind of remove it. Once you've got the gist of it, it's really quite easy to put together. So you want to put the flaps in like this. And of course, you want to match that right up to the edge. So you want to butt that. Whoops. See what I mean by the butts go, or it's going to butt right up to the end there. And then this one's going to do the same on that side. And then I'm going to come down with my bone folder and burnish that on there. It just moves a little bit, so might need some more glue on there. And let's go ahead and burnish that. So this is going to go in like this. We want to make sure that that's good and even. And this box will hold all 20 cards and envelopes. But like I say, you're going to have them alternating or go back. All right. So this is going to go in like this. Whoops. I'm going to use this. And let's get this down. And we're just going to tuck that. And see, it's got these edges here. So I just want, this isn't sticking very well. I really would prefer to use glue. There we go. So let's go again. So this is going to go down. Like I say, we could turn this opposite ways. You know what? I'm going to get to the point. I'm just going to go ahead and use my glue. So this is just going to go down here. And then we're going to take this part here and we're going to tuck it down here. And then this bottom piece is going to just go into that slot. So see, there's the bottom. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same for the lid. I know I had somebody reach out and ask how to put this together. And like I say, it's really quite simple. But honestly, I think glue would be better. If you feel confident with the glue, I would go ahead and use the glue. So on this particular one, I'm going to use the glue. We're going to have a bit of wiggle room on it. All right, so I want this part, we're going to glue on this middle part here. And the middle part right here. And then that is going to just fold over on this part. And then this part is going to go down onto the base there. And with it being glue, you're going to have to actually turn around and make sure that, see, I can see why I think it's better with the seal. And then we're just going to get this down like so. Well, the rest of this is going to be done with the seal. And it could be used with the Seal Plus too, might be your better route of going. See, that's not working that well. Okay, so let's go in with our seal. And seal and glue don't work very well. It's like oil and water, so that's going to go like this. So that's going to pop up on me because it's like the two of them just do not like to work together. So what I could do is I could also go in here and I've got some paper clips and let's just put our paper clips. What are also good on here would be bulldog clips. Let's come in again. The worst part is just getting the adhesive on there. All right, so now on these flaps here, you want to go ahead and you want to get some seal on there. Seal on all the flaps. There we go. Right, so those parts are going to go in on this part here. We're going to do that on both sides. We're going to butt that right up to the edge there. Yeah, YouTube probably is better. Awesome. Yeah, you know, it just does not like. I'm going to come in with my bulldog clips or with these other clips. Look at that. Look at how that works. Just going to get it in like that so that it holds. Bulldog clips are probably the best. All right. Like I say, you want to butt that right up to the edge there. And then we're also going to put that on this side here. Nice and even. And here we're going to go nice and even as well. With that nice and even with the edge. Now, once we start putting these next pieces down, because of the way that it goes into the base of the card, this is when it tends to stick better. And I didn't put seal on there. Let's just go ahead. So we're just going to put some seal on this part here. And then just tuck it down. And then it just tucks into the base of the card like so. I probably made this look more difficult than what it really is because it is not that difficult. We're going to put seal along this part right here. And then we're going to fold that down. And then that's just going to hook right in there. And that's going to stay down. And I'm going to leave that on there for the time being. Okay. So now we have, oh, excuse. And again. Okay. So we have that like that. This is going to fit right onto here. Of course, we've got those bulldog clips on there. That should be good now. I can take those off. Okay. So this is going to be the lid that goes on there, just like that. Really neat box. And like I say, all 20 of those cards can fit in there. So now what we need to do is we need to do a card, right? So what I thought would be the best cards for this, and what a great gift to give to somebody, is using the Boughs of Holly. Now remember, this Boughs of Holly, if you live in Canada, I am doing a stamp camp where basically you purchase the suite from me, and you will get 13 make and takes. And then you're invited to the Facebook group. And then you were also, will do an additional alternative 13 make and takes if you want. But you do get the 13 make and takes given to you. And then the additional items that you can do. All right, so let's go in. And here's just one simple card. I've cut everything out, so it shouldn't take too long to put this card together. So this piece, these note cards are, when they're finished, 3.5 by 5. So this piece is 3.25 by 4 3/4. We're just going to put that right onto there. This evening evergreen goes so well with this Kraft paper. Some beautiful things that you can do with Kraft paper. And then the designer series paper, the Boughs of Holly designer series paper, this one happened to be 3 inches by 4.5 inches. And I'm just going to put that on there. I could have done this side as well, but I'm going to put this side That's the pretty side. And then you can decorate all the different cards. I'm only going to do one card, and then I'm going to decorate the box so that you can see the box done as well. So this is just going to go on here. And I've gone ahead with the Boughs of Holly. These are the die cuts that go with it. And then, of course, we have the stamp sets that go with it as well. So I am actually going to take this one. We're going to stamp the inside of the card too. So I'm going to take, it's going to be the smaller one, leaf that I'm taking. Oops. This is such a beautiful set. Oh my goodness. All right, and let's put that on to another one as well. So I am going to go ahead and let's stamp the inside, and then we can go ahead and put that on. Yes, Pat, I did go to backstage. Unfortunately, there was an awful lot of people that did end up with COVID. I was one of the demonstrators that wore my mask almost the whole time, except for when we went outside. So, yeah, and even when we were with people, I didn't hug too many people. I did hug some people that were, that I knew were okay. But yes, I was in New Orleans, and it was amazing. What a great city to live in. And we did the whole touristy thing. So I'm stamping off. This happens to be Evening Evergreen. So I'm just going to put that there. We went to a cooking class, the best. And then we went to a cemetery tour. We went on a steamboat jazz tour. We went on a haunted pub crawl. And of course, Stampin' Up. Then oh, so you saw one of the swaps. The funny thing is, that wasn't done very well. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the other side. That's kind of funny that you saw it. And the thing is, if you do follow along with me, the main swap that I did was one that I had. Yeah, that's better to do it this way. Was the one that I did for reverse masking. But then I took extras, and I took ones that I had already done in my craft room. So anyways, all right. So that's just going to go on the inside of the card. And look at that. I got that all over. Well, it's a homemade card, right? Yeah. I don't even have, I think I had one swap that was made with the Boughs of Holly, or with the leaves of holly, and I left it upstairs. It was more done with the designer series papers. So, all right. So I really mucked that up. I'll probably end up changing that. All right. So then I'd cut out this piece here, and in the particular dies, they have dies that go here on here. So I use the distressed gold. This distressed gold paper is not included in this suite, but I'm telling you, it comes in a pack of 2, and it is amazing. You'll fall in love with it. I hope they carry it over. I really, really, truly do, because it's so pretty. It's so pretty. You know what? This needs to be scored down. Well, you know, that's what they say, better late than never, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and put some of this on here. And I'm going to put that distressed gold piece that's on there. We're just going to put this behind here. And then that's going to bring in my silicone mat here. And let's just layer this on here. See how pretty that is? That's so pretty. Just going to move that just a bit. All right. Now, what we want to do is also, we want to go ahead and we are going to stamp on here. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to use the Christmas wishes. We could do season's greetings, but to me, I'm giving this to somebody that prefers to have the Christmas part on there. Just put that up there. And I'm going to gold emboss this. Honestly, I don't think you can do this without embossing because of that beautiful gold. So I'm just coming in with my embossing buddy. Now, sometimes if you want to get this so it's on there straight, lay this down first, and then we're just going to put this on there. And I'll get that on there. So let's go with my gold embossing and my Versamark. Well, I really do appreciate it when you do come and watch my videos. That's for sure. Remember to share my videos. The best thing you can do is share. That's the nicest compliment that you can give me. All right, so we have that on there. Now I'm going to go in with my gold embossing powder. And I am going to use a piece of cardstock. Put this on here. I don't use a spoon in my thing here now, because I find that what happens is that spoon, when you lift it up, it tends to go all over the place. And then we're just going to heat set that. And I'm going to move that gold out of the way. So I apologize for the first one video not going right. I will remove those off my pages. You see what I mean? You have to go gold. And remember not to overheat your embossing. All right. So then we're going to put that on, and we're going to do that with black dimensionals because it's kind of going on a dark background. Plus, this is a dark background as well. I know I've got my black here. This is such a pretty sweet. I think it's elegant is what I think it is. So don't forget, you can get these Kraft envelopes and note cards on special until next Wednesday or until quantities last. Let's go in here. Let's put this on here. This is just a simple card. And I'm going to go, and it has a berry die, and it also has the outline of it. So I'm just going to go in and we'll glue that on. Like I say, this is a simple card. Just like that. And then I'm just going to put this. This is flipping up. I don't know if that should be glued or not, but I am going to kind of glue it. I'm going to kind of let it sit so it doesn't ooze out. And let's go ahead and put this berry, and we are going to just put that on with dimensionals as well. And almost run out of my black dimensionals, so I'll use my the bigger black one, so I'll use my smaller black dimensionals. Okay, that's just gonna, this can go down now. And then just like that. Like I say, pretty simple card. Because if you're going to be doing 20 of those cards, you don't want to be spending a whole lot of time. Now I'm coming in also with these brushed metallic dots. Like I say, these are also on sale this week. I'm going to use the brushed gold on there. The brushed gold goes so well with that distressed ink. And let's just put, we got to put embellishments on there. We can't go without, so. And I think we'll use another big one. There we go. Just down here, or up here, down here. There we go. So there's one card. Like I say, then you have 19 more cards to make, and you can do all different designs with the designer series paper. Then now what we want to do is we want to decorate our box lid. So I've gone ahead and I've cut some stuff out here, and I'll show you what I've done. This happens to be, and I probably should have done this before I put the card box together. This is Evening Evergreen, and it happens to be at, I cut this piece and I wrote this down as 3 7/8 by 5 3/8, and that's going to go right down there. And then this piece is 3 5/8 by 5 1/8, and this is the designer series paper that goes along with it. So let's build this part up, and then I can attach it all together. So I also want to close this box with a ribbon. Now the ribbon that goes with it, I thought was just a little bit too big to go on here. So I am using this ribbon, and this ribbon happens to be from, it's from the Lights Aglow bundle. And what I thought I could do is I could add that underneath here. And then what I'm going to do is put that on there. And then this part is going to wrap around the card. And I could go this way, but I think it will look better going this way. So I'm actually going to go onto the back here, and I'm going to use my tear and tape. And I'm going to just put that across there. And I just take this off. And this ribbon, I've used this ribbon a lot. This is another thing that I really hope that they carry over into the new catalog, that's for sure. So pretty. So I want this to be where I could tie a bow. So this is just going to go on here like this. And then so that it doesn't come off, I'm going to go ahead and also put this here. And I can take that off when I go to put that onto the front of the box. So like I say, this is going to go on here like this. This part's going to wrap around. Oh, I meant to have it going the opposite way. You know what? I'm going to turn it this way because I want it to go, this to be on this side. Okay. All right. So let's finish decorating the rest of the box top. So I did go and cut out a bunch of different dies. And yeah, as normal, I can't find them. Here they are. Okay, so this I cut out of the distressed gold, and I also cut that back one piece. This is this piece right here, and I cut it with the Evening Evergreen. So I'm just going to put that on with that. I'm not watching, I'm sorry. Yes, Ardeen, I had a great time in New Orleans. I think the best part was when we did the second line, when all the demonstrators walked down with a band. It was actually a school band, and we walked down the streets of New Orleans. And it's kind of weird because we were like the tourists. people were coming out of the restaurants, and they gave us extra beads, and we could give the beads to people. I gave my beads to the kids that were there. This goes. I think this goes this way. Anyways, it was a lot of fun. They spoilt us rotten, but that's what Stampin' Up does do for us, is they do spoil us rotten. What a great company to work with, that's for sure, and be a direct seller of. Now, I went and I cut out another one of these, and then I trimmed it like about 1/8 of an inch. You can see how I did that. I want that like that so that I can go ahead and emboss on here as well. Yes, what a great time. We went on the Saturday, the week before, and did all our touristy things. And then we, and then came back. Coming back was awful because of the flights coming into Kamloops, but it was over a 12-hour day by the time we left in the morning. I guess the party continued on afterwards, but we left earlier. So, all right. So again, I'm just using, oh, you know what I meant to put on here was just for you. Well, you know what? That's okay. We're just going to leave this. And you see, I just dipped that in there. Oops. So I'm just going to come with my heat set. The gold does make it so elegant, doesn't it? You know, and a lot of times I don't share things. I don't know how people feel when you post all your stuff to Facebook. I did because it was all part of the experience. The cooking class was, I think, the whole highlight of our whole trip. It really was truly amazing. She had a restaurant in Toronto, and some of the stuff, we made jambalaya, we made gumbo, we made etouffee, and then we also did bread pudding. Bread pudding with loads and loads of chocolate smeared all over it. So, all right, so let's see. Let's put, I'm actually going to put this on with dimensionals. Don't know where my scissors went to. Oh, I know where they are. They're in here. But yeah, it was really, truly an amazing trip. I'm looking forward to our Venice trip because I'm doing another Stampin' Up event in Venice in November. So we're hoping to do some different gallivanting. We're going for quite a few days before and a tiny bit after. The worst part is you're at an event, and the very next day you have to leave like at, well, we had to get up at 2 o'clock to get out to the airport. So. All right, so this part is just going to go here. Just like that. I'm going to glue this part along here. I love heat embossing. Ask anybody that knows me. For all my classes that I do for the Parks and Rec here in town, that's one thing that they always do is they learn how to heat emboss. I could say it's a little intimidating for some people. The key is not to overcook it, that's for sure. And this might be a bit, well, no, I'm just going to put this on here. Okay, so I want it to come off to that side. So I'm going to bring this over here. Whoops. I'm going to glue all of this down. The Jazz Steamboat was fun. Like I say, we did everything. I'm not usually a type of person that does it. I never used to, put it that way. Never used to do that, but I do now. And what better way? Like, you're not going to, I probably won't get back to New Orleans. So, okay, so we're going to glue this piece on. This is the smaller one. And you know what? I should have popped that up. This is just going to go on here. And I see I'm going to get a lot of that glue on there. I should have let it set. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, and this is one thing to know, is to go in with a sponge and just take your sponge and just, I don't know why it works, but it works. Just takes that glue right off. Okay, so we're going to put, we have all these things to put on there. And like I say, I should have had, now this has a bunch of, let's see, this is going to go on here. I'm going to put this out here. And then we're going to have these sprigs. Now, also what's involved with this suite are these textural elements. And what I did was I gold embossed and I put red on it, but I don't think I'm going to use that for this. I'm going to go ahead and put some dimensionals on here. I use the bigger dimensionals. Oh, wow. Oh, here, we'll use these. We'll cut these up. So, yeah. But it was all business. So, there was no, we didn't get any sneak peeks of any product or anything like that. So, we didn't get told about anything. Did learn lots, though. Okay, so this is going to go here. And then we're going to put some of these. I would have preferred to have, I'm going to put some of those underneath. Should have propped this one up as well. So we're just going to stick that down there. I have gold in here. And I also have garden green in there. Way back in 2002. Geez, when did I start? It's been about 20 years, so it's probably about that long as well. It's what got me hooked. It's quite funny. I had gone to London, Ontario for work, and I brought back, for my mom, I brought back some embossing stuff. My mom started stamping before I did. So I'm going to stick that garden green down there. And then I can also put some of, this is going to have red on there. This one we can gussy up a bit more because of, it's the front of the box, right? Let's just put that there. And again, that little tiny bit of glue is showing through, so I'm just going to come in with my sponge. Take that off. And the nice thing about this distressed gold is if you do get a bit of glue on the gold, it doesn't show as much as it does like on the gold foil, the regular foil. So that's a big bonus. So this is just going to go down here. And I think we can put another sprig, or maybe this garden green. The garden green goes so well with this back part here. Yeah, I'll stick some of that down there as well. I cut lots so it didn't. There we go. All right. So I'm probably not going to need the rest of that. And I was going to put some of this elegant trim behind there, but you know what? It didn't. But that can be used on other cards. So I've got lots of that stuff to put on there. Now this is going to go onto this box like so. Let's go ahead and put our embellishments on there first. So we have and like I say, this is like the box and the front. Let's go ahead and put that there. Just putting that, that was a silly spot to put it. Oh, good. Like I say, this is the front of the box. So this is something that you would possibly give to somebody that, you know, cannot make cards on their own. This would be great for a senior or somebody that has problems with their hands. So this is just going to go on here like this. So, you know what? And I think I'm going to just leave that on that part there. And that way I know that that ribbon is not going to come off. Yeah. Okay, so this is just going to go on here. Whoops, I see. I have a bit of glue here too. Like I say, that sponge, it's just amazing how that works. And then this is just going to wrap around here. And I'll snip this part off. I can trim it after. And then this is just going to go here. And let's tie a bow. So I want this to go around here straight. Now, before we do the bow, I want to make sure that I put my card in there with my envelopes. Now, of course, we can decorate the envelopes as well. But this is going to go in here with all the rest of the cards. This goes like this. And what a nice gift for somebody. Now, think of it this way. You could use the cards for other things, and then you could just use the box as a gift box. But we do have those other Kraft boxes that are also on sale. So let's see. We're just going to do this. And I'm just going to cut this off here. There we go. Great. So there's our box. I hope you like that. Like I say, that is part of the specials. If you live in Canada, of course, there are different prices in the different communities that you live. Go to your demonstrator. If you live in Canada and you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. So anyways, we have that are on sale. We also have that beautiful Splendid Day Designer Series paper. So those brushed dots are there. But remember I said about the other box that was on sale? And that's these ones. So you could do the same thing with those. You could make this box and then you could use that other box to put, and that would fit 2 sets of side by side of the other cards and envelopes. So let's see, did I answer all the questions here? Well, thank you. The first one was a card. This one is the box. I have the card inside. Well, thank you. Thank you. So it's something that I didn't realize that those cards and envelopes came with the box. I didn't realize that until I had ordered it. So like I say, so I hope that that's another use for you. So what's happening Saturday morning, 10 o'clock, I'll be doing my sketch challenge. Probably going to use something from the Perfect Pairing so that you can see other things. I've done a few things with that as well. But I hope that you can join me. It's 10 o'clock. Don't forget, well, I actually have got my cutoff. But if you do anything, post it to the group. I do give away stamp sets if you live here in Canada, and if you don't live in Canada, basically I can give you a tutorial. So have a great evening, and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.